Hey guys, it's Monday, May 17th, 2021, and I'm back for Free App Mondays. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I bring you guys free music production, application, plugins, tools to help you with your musical adventures and endeavors. So today is gonna be a lengthy one. I had mentioned that I was gonna be doing this on Friday in Friday's video, so I want to jump into it really quickly because there's a lot to go through. All right, so the free app for this Monday is Decent Sampler. So I've spoken about this before. And hold on for 1 second. What is going on here? Interesting. Okay. All right. Anywho, well, let me see if I can do this real quick. While we're live, let's try to do this. Yeah, that's it right there. There we go. Anyway, so I've spoken about this one before. I think I quickly mentioned it. I don't remember if I did a demo, but I had some issues with it back then, some minor issues. And I said, hopefully the developer is going to be doing some updates soon, which they've done a lot of updates since. I think when I started with this, I actually started at the beginning, I think. 9.9.8 version 0.9.8, so it wasn't even a version 1, and if you notice, it was Windows only at one point, I think. But lately they've updated it where it's Windows, Mac, even they have a version for iOS. They have VST3, AAX, VST support, all that, which they did not have before. They definitely did not have VST3 support before. So since then, I've reinstalled the plugin, and I found out some extra stuff, which I'm gonna go through in a minute. But so let's look at it in the DAW. Just look it up. Decent. All right, VST3. Let's drop that in. So when it pops up, this is what you got. You hit the browse button and you actually can see the store. So this is a sampler similar to Contact, where you have sampled instruments where they go through, for the most part, and sample all the notes, each individual notes of an instrument, and lay it chromatically across within the sampler so that you can play it with your MIDI controller of choice, right? So right here, if you notice, they have in their store, they have a couple of free instruments, sampled instruments, and they have some paid ones. So to grab those, it's pretty straightforward. I already have this. I already downloaded the Slinky violin and the resonator glockenspiel. I have those here, and I have the box violin, but I wanted to download some of these live so you guys can see it, how it works. It's pretty straightforward. So let's grab the, what am I gonna grab? I have the box violin, Slinky violin. Let's grab the ukulele, banjo ukulele, and the Dave choir. Let's do those. So you just click on it, hit get. It's gonna download, and immediately it downloads and it loads the sounds. You get an image with the interface, and based on how the developer who created the sampled instrument, based on how they set it up, you will have a control. Like this just has reverb. Interesting. So this one just has reverb. That's it. Okay. So you see how that works. Go back to browse. Let's download the Dave Choir. Hit get. There's information there about it. So this one has tone control. You can have the oohs or the ahs or a mixture of both. Right? So oohs. Well, that's the O, I should say. And this is the ah. And over here we have tone, which is most likely some form of a filter. Yeah, pretty much. It's a filter. So, and then we have reverb. Okay, so now when you go back to browse and you hit my libraries, you notice now we have Dave Choir and the banjo ukulele, right? Pretty straightforward. So, the interface is resizable. I'm trying to remember if initially it was, but it is now, which is good. So, they have a couple of sounds here. So this is really not why I'm talking about this instrument today. The main reason why I'm talking about this VST plugin today is with some research, I found out about a project called Pianobook. And what Pianobook is, it started out, I think it was like 3 years ago the project started. And it started out as just somebody creating this repository, I guess, for people to create sample libraries. And it was mainly for pianos. And I think it just kind of expanded into other things, and people were really getting into sampling their own instruments and getting into the mechanics of doing that. So it ballooned into this thing where they have this massive library. I think right now it's probably over 500 different sampled instruments on Pianobook, and I think for the most part I think they're all free. Now the thing is, most of that stuff was being made for mainly Kontakt and also the Logic sampler. I'll say the name later. I don't want to say it now and say it incorrectly, but when we get to the site we'll see it. So long story short is that somebody decided, because with Kontakt, if you try to use Kontakt, you have to use the paid version of Kontakt to be able to load the samples off the Pianobook project website. You would have to use the paid version of Kontakt, or you'd have to have Logic. If you're a Logic user, then you can use the Logic samples, because I think there are some that are made for the sampler in Logic, Logic's native sampler. So the link is in the description for Decent Sampler and also the Pianobook project website. So this is what the Pianobook project website looks like, and they, like I said, right here, this is the number here, 537 free instruments and counting. It's a constantly growing list of, a constantly growing library, I should say. So, what happened was, after a while, they had, let me just click on this one right here. So this one, scroll down here, see they have the Kontakt version for this. What is this? Let's see. Kontakt. Kontakt. So you're starting to see a theme here. Most of the stuff is for contact, and someone saw the need to go ahead and basically start to create something for a decent sampler. So they figured out the whole thing with algorithms and programs, how to easily convert these existing libraries over to decent sampler format. So they found a way to do that. So the only thing I don't like about this site, they said they're working on it, is you don't have a filter to just say show me everything that's decent sampler compatible. So you're literally, just like what I was doing, you're clicking through just about everyone if you're looking for something to see if they have it in the decent sampler format. So like this one right here, the cool piano, it's saying that it has a contact version and a decent sampler version. Let's click the preview and hear what it sounds like. And that's not coming through my audio, is it? No, I don't think you guys can hear that. Anyway, so this one I could download. Basically, we just press right here, click here, save as, and I have a specific folder. Hold on. Let's do this off screen. My network drive, I have a specific spot on my network drive where I store my libraries. Just making sure I didn't download this one already. I did. Okay, cool. So it's pretty straightforward. One of the things I did was I went to library, went to highlights, and then looked through some of these. So like I said, you might click on, let's say, this one, and when you scroll down here, yes, the EXS24, that is the name of the Logic sampler. So we see right here there's a version for the EXS24 contact and decent sampler. Did I download that one yet? Let's look and see. I might have. No, I did not. So let's go ahead and download this one. So click right there where it says decent sampler, save as, and I'm gonna go back to that folder, my studio software folder, and that's not it. And what I would advise you to do is to create a specific folder where you're gonna put all your decent sampler libraries, and you'll see why in a minute. File management is always important, and that's a pretty quick download. This is what 410 megs, and it's almost done, and we're done. So now the cool thing about this sampler, once again, I'm gonna install this one specifically. So the cool thing about decent sampler, there's a bug, and you'll see it in a minute. Right now it's showing the store, and I'm gonna detach the sampler from the window and go standalone. Right, floating window in Reaper. Resize this, and when I go back to browse, I don't see the store anymore. For me to see the store again, I'm gonna have to reload the plugin, but it doesn't matter because I don't need to go to the store. I already got what I needed for the store. For now, go to my libraries, this tab right here, and I'll see what's in my libraries. So the cool thing about loading the samples that you download is that you can just drag and drop. So let's do this. Let's drag this over here. So this is the folder. Let's look for the one I just downloaded. I'm gonna create a folder for each one. Where are you? Where are you? Why am I not seeing it? Oh, it's up here. So I'm gonna highlight this. I'm gonna copy most of the name. Right? Copy most of the name, create a folder, give it that name. I'm gonna drag this zip folder, this zip file in this folder because I'm gonna extract these here. So I'm extracting the sample, and I'm thinking it's basically the samples and whatever that file format is that that Decent Sampler reads. That's specifically what you're gonna be dragging into the sampler. So this is almost done extracting. So once the extraction is done, I'm gonna go into this folder right here, and the file that says .ds preset, these two files, those are the ones you'll just drag right into the sampler plugin. And see, it's loaded it already. And the cool thing is now it remembers the destination of that library, and we see the library here. So if we highlight the library down here, you'll see the file path where you have it saved, and it's going to remember it for future references, and that's it. So you just drag those files in and it's there, and you click on it, hit load, and it loads. So let's test this out. Press this arrow to go back to the actual instrument screen. This is my first time hearing this instrument. Okay. You can mess with the tone, volume, attack, release. Okay, so they sampled that one kind of weird. Some of these are kind of experimental, and you know, they can create like a kind of motif, or more like, I guess, like a soundscape. Very ambient, airy stuff. But they have some good things also. So one of the ones I want to showcase is they have this pretty cool piano. So let's go back to my libraries folder. The Studio A Grand Studio A. Ooh, dyslexia. So once again, we're gonna grab this file right here, the DS preset file. Drag it in, give it a second to load. And it's loaded. So I was testing out this piano. I liked it a lot. Okay, why am I getting this double hit? So I guess I might be the only one hearing that. I'm hearing double, guys. I don't know if you guys are hearing double, but I'm hearing double. I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from. if I do this? Alright, so one thing I noticed with this piano, you can hear the felt hammers dropping on every key release. And I think these controls are the different mics that they use when they were sampling. So if you pull these two down, the RT, which I'm figuring is right Apollo, and RT Soyuz, that'll eliminate that noise. This pedal noise, I really don't hear a difference with it on or off. But some of the tones in here you could pull back if you get like some overtones. But basically I'm figuring these are the mics, and you can play with the balance between the mics that you're hearing to kind of shape the tone of the piano the way you want. So yeah, that's a cool one that I like. I'll be using this piano in the future, definitely. But for Pianobook and decent sampler, I should say, they say that there is 103. The last time I checked, there is 103 sample libraries, sample instruments that has been converted for the decent sampler on the Pianobook project website. So definitely check that out. There's a link in the description once again for the Pianobook website, and a link for you to download Decent Sampler. So definitely check those out. Check out the sounds. See if it tickles your fancy. But it's a lot to add to your arsenal. I'm sure they got a ton more pianos. There's another piano that I downloaded. Did I download it? And I wanted to check out. There's this Felt Baldwin. Just sounds interesting. Let's copy that. Create a folder. Paste the name. Let's not do that. Let's drag. So I'm going to drag this into this folder and unzip it here. Extract here. And in the meantime, there is a list that I had. Let's go back. Go to highlights. I think there was like a Steinway something. Where is it? Where are you? King Upright Hoffman. Here we go. Steinway Grand. I wanted to check that out. And they have decent sampler. So let's download, save as, and let's save it in that folder. All right. So that's downloading. It's almost done. It's about 240 megs, 48 megs. All right, so let's drag the felt in. So they only have one preset for this. It is loading. All right, so you get a different image. Yeah, something's up with my audio setup right now. So you guys are getting this double thing. I'm trying to figure out what it is, but whatever. Let's go back. So if you go to browse, let's say we wanted to load that Grand Studio A again. And if you notice, now we have the felt Baldwin here. But I would just highlight what I want to load. It shows up over here. You hit the load button, give it a second to load, and we're back to that. All right, let me try to turn off this doubling and then test this out again. I'm sure. Oh, check. You guys can hear me, hopefully. It looks like. Wait, let me see. Check. Yeah, still can hear me. So weird. Hopefully the rest of this video is not messed up. Audio seems to be fine. Check, check. Okay, I only lost the background music. Cool. All right. There's some tones in here I don't like. Yeah, these are pretty cool. I think I'm gonna check out one more, just one more. Let's see what happens. Somebody's trying to call me. Not now. Let's do one more. Which one was it? That was the Baldwin felt. Okay. That one was okay. I mean, I guess it sounded like what it said. Had like that very retro sound to it. Alright, where is that Steinway? 338. Here we go. Oh, Interesting. So let me just get this file prepped, guys, and then I'll be wrapping up this video. Paste. All right. Let's unzip this here, extract files. But they have a bunch of instruments here, so you can go through by instrument categories and see if any of these, like let's say this is the organ category. There's a few here. And you just got to keep checking to see. They don't have decent sampler there. None there. They just need to create some filter, show all contact. Yeah, they need a filter on this site just to filter those out. So we're not doing this. looking. I had to spend some time doing this to find some. I made a list of some of them that are Pianobook. They're, I should say, decent sampler compatible. All right, so this one is ready. Let's drag it on here and see what happens. See what it sounds like. Just give it a sec. There we go. All right, they got a tone, all this stuff. All right, let's see what it sounds like. This is annoying, but I have to keep doing this. Very mild. What is this? Attack note. Weird. That's different. Not what I expected, but it's still applicable. But yeah, I think that's it for this video, guys. You get the point. Yeah, so definitely check out Decent Sampler. Check out the Pianobook project, and it's a bit of work to kind of just go through looking for sounds that are decent sampler compatible. They're working on it, so soon they're gonna have filters and all that stuff and make it easier for you to just filter out the decent sampler compatible instruments. But definitely a good one to add to your arsenal. So that's it, guys. When you get a chance, you know the usual, check out my video series on PC specs and how it relates to music production. There is a link in the description for that. I have the updated version for 2021. It's a 6-part video series, and also there is a link for the playlist, for a playlist in the description for these videos that I do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's a growing playlist, so once I'm done with this video, it'll be added to it. So if you want to check out any of my earlier videos, live stream videos this year talking about free apps, you could check that out, see if there's something there you want to download and utilize in your production. But that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, you'll see me in the next video.